So basically what's happening is when you're coming out of your Kali Linux screen from either Kex or just the original Kali Linux. Obviously when you come into this screen here, which is the remote desktop, whenever you're logging out or turning your computer off, after all the long process of like installing it, you get in this this error basically popping up, which is very annoying. I had to kind of spend a lot of time reinstalling it all and then using it and then uninstalling it and reinstalling it, and I've realised what's going on. So what's happening there is basically you need to first of all obviously check that the access to the remote computer is turned on. This one. Make sure it's turned on. You go to settings, systems, and then you go to down to remote here, the remote desktop, and just make sure that's on. But to be honest, that's not even the main reason. Just make sure that's on first. But what we're going to do is we're going to come to Kali Linux like this. So we're going to come to Kali Linux and let me just clear that. So we're going to come here. Now when you come to Kali Linux, what you're going to do is type in this command. I'm doing this with one hand. So we're going to type in this command. Now what that does basically is just restarts the system. Let me just type that in 1 second. So sudo service xrdp start. I'm going to hit enter and we're going to put our password in. Enter again, and there you go. Now what we're going to do now is type in IP ADD, which is address search, and obviously the IP which is down here, I'm going to cover it. I don't know if you've already seen it anyway, but the IP which is down here will be exactly the same one probably as what was already in. You've probably seen it anyway, but the one that was already in. Let me have a look. 17, so to be honest this one looks like it's changed, but let's give this a go. So this is like a new session starting up basically. Because what's happening when you're logging out is it's closing the session. 117.106.212. That doesn't really look right to be honest. But yeah, that's worked. I'm going to hit yes. And there you go, you're back in. Obviously then put your username and password in there, and then you're back into your Kali Linux account, so you don't have to reinstall anything or anything like that. It's just a case of when you log out, it cancels the session, so you need to restart the session. Just copy and paste those commands.